Hey everybody, in the first part of this tutorial, what I'm going to do is show you how to create one Zoom link for your parent, student, teacher conferences that we're going to be having the second week in November. So here I am logged into my Zoom account. So you'll actually just click on a tab on your web browser and that'll take you to your Zoom account. You'll sign in and you'll go to the tab that says meetings, and here's where you're going to schedule a meeting. So now that I'm going to do this, I'm going to call this meeting a student parent teacher conference. Let me just put my name, Johnston Design Aid. So what I want to do is I want to just show you the different settings that you want to have, because we're basically just going to have one Zoom link. We're not going to have like dozens of Zoom links. Each teacher is going to have just one Zoom link that they're going to create. And then from that, what's going to happen is the parents will just drop in and you will admit them into your Zoom room. So now that we've done that, I'm going to go down and make this a recurring meeting. And in terms of this, I'm going to have no fixed time. So there's a couple of settings I just want to be really clear about. First of all, you want to have the waiting room enabled. And so what that means is that when parents come to your conference, if you're currently in a conference with one parent and one maybe came a little bit prematurely, you can keep them in the waiting room or put them in the waiting room until your current conference has ended. And the require authentication feature is automatically deselected. This just means that if you have that box clicked, that will only require Amerisol users to join. So you want to just have that deselected and just leave that as is. And now that you've done that, what you'll basically have is just one Zoom link that this is going to create, and then you're going to pop that one Zoom link into Google Calendar. So I'm just going to pause for a few minutes while people are doing this either at home or in our live demo in the Vista room. And when you are done, just hit save, and you should have just one link that you can have. And finally, what you also want to do on the day of is you want to go to your settings, and you're going to probably want to just change your welcome message. So here you'll see it under the waiting room. I can customize my waiting room. So you don't want to do this like right now, but you want to have like a little welcome note, maybe saying welcome to parent teacher conferences or student-led teacher conferences, something like that. So you want to probably just customize that, and then once you change your message, you'll just hit the little checkbox here. So a little pause, and then we'll take step 2, which is pasting this one link into your Google Calendar. Welcome back, everybody. In part 2 of this video tutorial, I want to show you how to put this one Zoom link in Google Calendar. And in my first part of this session, I showed you how to create just one Zoom link. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the invite link, and this is what I'm going to copy. I'm going to copy all of this, and I'm going to have this one link accessible to my parents. So from that, I'm just going to navigate over to Google Calendar. And our conferences are going to be on 3 days, the 10th, 11th, and 12th. They'll be from 8 till 3 on Wednesday the 10th and Thursday the 11th. But on Friday they're going to finish at 1. So there's a couple ways you can do this. First of all, in Google Calendar you can create these appointment slots by the day. I'm just going to do this by day, or you can click under more options and duplicate, for example, this to duplicate on Wednesday and Thursday and Friday. However, Friday you'd have to adjust the duration so that it finishes a little bit early. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on this right now, and I'm going to call this Student Parent Teacher Conference, and I'm going to call this Johnston Design 8. And here's what I'm going to do. Oops, sorry. I'm going to go over to where it says appointment slots. And with appointment slots, here's what I'm going to do. First of all, before I really get into that, I'm going to adjust the duration. So this is going to finish at 3 o'clock. And these durations are also, by default, it's 30 minutes. So I'm actually going to just change this so it's 15 minutes here. And so now that I got that, I see that, and I'm also got to paste in my link location. So I'm going to go into more options, and I'm going to paste my Zoom link that I made on the first part of this tutorial. So if you look over here, I just copied and pasted this into this. And this is also a really important part. Don't click make it a Zoom meeting. You don't want to do that. This will create unique Zoom links. I'm just going to have the same Zoom link for every parent, teacher, student conference. And so just to look at my settings, it looks like it's pretty good. It goes from 8 to 3. If you want to repeat this, you can kind of, in the custom editing, change this to Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday, but you have to adjust the Friday time. And then from when I got that, I'm just going to hit save. So now that I have that, you'll see this is opened up. I'm going to do this also on Thursday and also Friday. But the key thing about this is that when parents sign up, I'm just going to kind of show you this. They'll go to your appointment page for this calendar, and then they will sign up for a slot. So let me just click on that week ahead. There we go. And so what you'll see here is you'll see this. They will just click up here, and they might want to put, for example, Johnny student. And they'll just have a little reminder that this is for Mr. Johnston's Design 8 class. And so when they save that, what you will see is you will see a sign up on your calendar, and you'll see it right here, already Johnny student is signed up. Now also, before we move on to the very last thing, which is really easy, I also want to just use this as a time to remind you that what you also should do is you should sign up for a couple of slots for you to take lunch on those days. Some teachers forgot to do this, and parents completely booked their time slots. So I recommend booking like 2 slots, probably around noonish for lunch. So I'm just going to call this lunch, and I want to have another slot maybe about 12:15 to 12:30. So I'm just going to click this one right here. And you also probably want to give yourself a little 15-minute break, maybe in the morning sessions too. So I'm just going to call this lunch too. And now that I got that, I have a little half-hour reserved for lunch. So unless you do that, unfortunately, you will find like you have a lot of times that are just automatically taken up by parents. So now that we've done that, I just kind of want to recap what I've done. I've put my one Zoom link in the meeting location after creating appointment slots. I've created appointment slots from 8 till 3. I did a sign-up test, and we see that this student right here, and every student that signs up will have the same Zoom link. So when parents sign up for a slot, they will join from the same slot here as parents will in other slots here. And also give yourselves a couple of lunch breaks here in the midday. So now that you've done that, do that for Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday, and then we will take a little pause and come back to the very last step. Hey everybody, for the last part of this tutorial, what I want to do is show you just how to put the link to your Google Calendar appointment slot page in a master spreadsheet for reference. So if I click on this huge booking slot appointment that I made, and you see I made them for 3 days, you'll see there's a link that says go to the appointment page for this calendar. And this is just a handy thing that admin would like to have on hand in case a parent contacts the office and is just like, hey, I signed up but I can't remember when. If you just simply click this, you're going to be given access to a spreadsheet entitled Middle School Conferences, Links to Middle School Teachers' Calendars. And you should see your name here in one of these columns. And so all you're going to do is you're going to select that. And then if you don't see it, you might just select the little 3 buttons over here, and there's just a hyperlink option. And so here you're going to just put that link in, you're going to apply, and you'll see there's now a hot link. So if like the admin or middle school secretaries need to share this with parents, it's on hand, it's easily accessible. So reach out to a coach if you have any questions, and I hope you guys all have a good conference in a couple weeks' time.